I can hear clearly now.
Now we just got to find out which one is controlling the audio so I can boost the mic.
Hi, everyone.
We're live.
Once again, it's on Dice. We've been out of here for like a month and a half and came back to technical issues on Brandon's part.
Don't worry, they're fixed. They're fixed, though. It's fine.
Okay, this will work for now.
Okay, now he's being really loud. I got to turn that down just a little bit. All right. Also, Mikhail's end will have a high-pitched whistling sound for undisclosed reasons in the background. We will ignore those when he has to speak. Not his fault. But I'm excited to be back. We've all been foaming at the freaking teeth to get the game going again. So welcome to session 24, titled Thoonderwave. And I really hope it's session 24 because I can't remember anymore. If you recall, last game, Angel Boy was still missing for some reason. Or his story just was failing to be continued. Dovan blew up part 3 key points of a fort with the help of... I gotta look up the name because, again, it's been forever. Zoria. Yeah, Zoria, the centaur wife of Volum.
Thoon's the one who carried the explosives.
And Thoon, the half-ogre who carried explosives and kind of haphazardly threw a lit-fused explosive, a lit-fused keg powder, or powder keg, I should say, into the barracks, sending weaponry flying everywhere, molten metal.
The hero that Gotham needed, but not the hero that Gotham deserved.
He really is. They blew up the North Tower, and hopefully Zoria blew up the chief, as well as, while having a interesting conversation between Stony Tark, Millie Sweetberry, and Niv Mizzet, the leader of the Izzet Conclave, inside Stony. As Niv Mizzet was leaving, a mysterious person from Millie's dreams ran by the window. Even Stony knew that she wasn't supposed to be there. And last we seen them, they were giving chase. So, let me roll to see where we're going to start. We will start with the Izzet Conclave people.
So, first note, I will not be using the character sheet that he gives with it because I know you will never fill it out. What? This is the character sheet. I can open up this one.
There we go. So, as you, Millie and Stony, as you dash out the door, you startle Niv Mizzet. He turns around to see you guys giving chase. Stony, you see the coattails of this, or well, I guess I could say the coattails of lots of background noises now. Of this person as she turns and flees up the stairs. You turn to the top of the stairs and you're trying to hurry upstairs just as Stony rounds the corner. You guys see her, another halfling, a large bald man with a long pointed goatee, or beard. He simply says, "Hurry, time's running out." And then in a flash, all 3 of them are gone.
Well, fuck you too!
Stony would run back to Mizzet and he'd ask, was there anything valuable on this floor other than, like, that? And he points at his research.
Other than our research? No. And if you don't have the skills to use the research in any intended fashion, it's even more useless to them.
Then you can always sell it.
It's true. I'd really rather not. literally spent millennia on.
No,
most
not
of this
you.
region.
Them.
Oh, they could. I'm sure.
I don't imagine you so much of anything anymore. Fucking dragons, fucking ancient, fucking...
Are you slandering the dragons?
I slander everybody, don't feel bad about it. Honestly, if I didn't slander you, that would be picking favorites, and that's rude.
Ignoring you now. You look to Stony. Say, Stony, there's a certain relic that I know of that you could find in the Undercity that may help with your extra-dimensional travels.
Really?
Yes, I can't quite remember the name of it off the top of my head. But I believe it was some sort of cultural mask that the Kuatoa may have gotten a hold of. Sorry, the Kuatoa are this ancient race of fish people that...
Yeah, they believe in gods, and then those gods appear, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure how you would know that. They've been gone for thousands of years, but...
I read a lot of things.
He does read a lot of things. Twice he's interrupted conversations to read something. Also, rude.
It is slightly rude. But that's good. Their beliefs may have given it some kind of power, but it is believed to have come from a different dimension, which is why the Kuatoa are worshipping it in the first place. That is all the information I have at the moment.
Wait, so you're telling me they worship something from a different dimension? Where could I find some of these Kuatoa?
I just said they're all gone.
But make some more. I want to be worshipped.
We can't make them. It's a extinct race of peoples.
You know, I think you're lying about that. I just don't think you want to spend the resources.
I'm essentially spending a resource by telling Stony this. We both know that he's going to go and search for it now.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, how much of a resource is he, though? You shut me on him.
Yeah, that's a
Stony
bit of a
just
gamble.
points upstairs at the extra-dimensional gate that's being constructed.
Beyond that.
Well, actually, since you're assigned to Stony now, you will also go with him. Sounds great. Off you go.
Will there be someone to supervise my students? Just to make sure they don't blow up the place.
Oh, that's a bit of a stretch, but for now,
Question?
we could give them to Gadriel.
What's to stop me from leaving him to die?
I suppose nothing's stopping you from leaving him to die, other than he may... Stony here, and he pats you on the back, Stony, is more of a valuable resource in the field than you would think.
Stony rubbed the end of the knuckles that outside his gauntlet.
Okay. Krevin.
I'll be sure to go after it right away.
Yes.
Do you remember the last place we left you?
No.
In a crowd, talking to a normal fuck.
No, wait. I remember now.
You were what?
Boot camp.
So we're to say this is after your intensive training. You are actually being given assignment. So you're in the captain's quarters, and he tells you, for your testing ceremony, will be searching for an ancient relic. I doubt it exists, but you were to go find it.
So you're sending me on a mission to find ancient relic that may or not exist.
There's a chance. But if you come back alive, with or without it, come back with it. Just come back with it.
Oh, okay. I'll see what I can do.
I believe it's called the Mask of Railman.
Do I know what that is? Do I know the legend of this? Should I roll?
Yeah. You have a clue what the hell that is. You heard mask, and that's about the only thing you're going to remember.
Oh no, the mask. The cat mask.
You will be able to find it. Well, you won't be able to find it. We have a contact within the swarm who will take you to the Undercity. Go to this and this place. He hands you a slip of paper with an address on it that I'm not going to ramble off because I don't know the streets of Ravnica because I didn't read the book. Also, I don't have it with me.
Why did you not read the book?
Connor, that's spelled Rylmond.
Okay.
But he hands you that. He says, on your way.
So be it.
Yes.
I guess I begin. Wait, I ask him where should I start?
You should go to this address to start.
Oh, okay. The address. Scroll over montage.
All right. Now we're going to switch to the part that we're all waiting for. Dovan.
Yeah, Dovan.
Make sure you hit your mic. Oh. You already got it there.
Real quiet for a sec. There we go.
I got quiet?
Yeah, it's good now, though.
Okay. So, when last we left off, your ghostly self had just raised the flag and heard a bunch of explosions.
Yeah, just like how
You looked around. You looked around. Some of the crowd had turned on their own, what you thought were their allies, but are suddenly their enemies.
Do they have any somewhat markings to tell who's who, or so Dovan doesn't just start chopping the wrong people up?
For the most part, you're not really sure who would be who in this fight.
Okay.
You don't know who's an ally to you, or to Zola or Volum, or Zoria, or even Thune for that matter. But from the distance, you look off, and you can see now missing a leg. The chief here, I forgot what his name was, the bad guy, is dragging by the neck Zoria through the town. She's now one leg shorter or less than she had before this. Charred and mutilated, screaming out in pain. Your vision narrows in on your one ally, and then your one obvious enemy. Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Krevin is just walking through the streets on his way to the address, and he just hears shit going down in the park, and he's like, "Yeah, he probably should be involved."
Okay. Hold on, I gotta pull up my character sheet.
Come on, man.
I know, it's a 10.
10?
Yep.
gonna put BG here. Dovan. Luckily, he's only wearing leathers instead of a plate armor or anything.
Sweet, I'm about to F somebody up. Hopefully.
Okay, but he does go first, dropping her form and picking a javelin up from one of the tents he's walking past. His sight also. I'm having trouble talking all of a sudden. His sight narrows in on you as well as he hurls the javelin towards you. It's cocked, but I'm going to say that's a grand total of 6.
Yeah, that'll miss.
So it passes through your spectral form without issue, grabbing no purchase.
Dovan's going to let out a yell. Ha ha, you've got nothing on me.
Okay, you are about 50 feet from him.
Oh, it's a really loud yell.
Mm-hmm. You hear more explosions in the background. You figure there's probably spellcasters.
Is it my turn? Did you say?
Yeah, it'd be your turn now, Dovans.
I guess it's just
There's nothing else really but
Yeah.
you and him. Kind of
That's
a
what I was
one-on-one.
thinking. I'm going to get as close to him as I can. I don't think I can make it to him all the way, but
How fast is your fly speed? It is 30 feet, right?
yeah.
Yep, fly speed 30 feet. Okay, so you can make it almost to him. If you use your dash action, you can make it all the way to him, actually. But that is up to you.
No, I think I'll just hang out right there.
Okay. So he yells at you, "Come at me!" grabbing another javelin from where he's standing and hurling it towards you once again for a natural 1.
Oof.
So his hand is clearly slick from the blood of carrying, I forgot her name already, Zoria through the streets. And watch it as it flies off and goes through a tent somewhere, and you hear a yelp from the tent. Guy comes walking out holding his foot. It's your turn once again, Dovan.
Dovan's going to go invisible.
You already did that.
Oh,
Already
that's
did
right.
that.
That's right. You're right. It's been a while.
Yep, it's okay.
I'm going to go up and take a swing at him then. 2, actually. I can do that.
Yeah, bring it. As you get closer, you can see he's already been wounded. The side of his face is charred, and he's bleeding from his ribs. So it looks like Zoria already did dig into him a little bit.
Okay. So the first one's a 25. And the second one's a 21.
Yeah, both those hit really a lot. Those definitely hit.
Yeah.
He's only wearing basic leather armor at this point.
It's 20 damage total.
Nice. Yeah. Didn't get the plates, little bastard. Put them tomorrow.
You know what? For the screw it, I'm going to do Action Surge and swing at him again.
You get 2 more swings with Action Surge, don't you?
I believe so. It's just one more action. So.
Sorry, my dad wants to play with the puppy, and the puppy fell asleep. That's what he came in for.
Well, both of those rolls were better than my last 2, so.
Jesus. Yeah, so roll for damage.
I almost got a 19 for crit, but I just saw it roll down. I'm like, Let's see.
This is just the best when that happens.
26 for that one.
How much damage was that?
26.
Jesus.
It's that +2 greatsword, man.
I feel like I should have made this guy a lot stronger. But now you're within distance. So he brings out a sword that even in the heat of the jungle here in the park, you see a cold mist wafting off of the blade.
I will have to say that Dovan feels pretty untouchable. So I don't know if you would want to give yourself advantage on the roll, but Dovan's not even caring to dodge or try anything.
Don't you worry. Now that you're within reaching distance, he gets 2 melee attacks.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah, Dovan's all cocky.
Did Ranger Rick leave because Dovan did more damage in one swing than he ever did?
I don't know, but that'd be a good point. So the first one is a 13.
It's a miss.
Which is not enough hit, though. And the second one is a 18.
That one will hit.
Awesome. So that's... Where are they at? That is... Yay. A whopping... 9 points of damage, 2 of which is cold damage. So you will take the full damage because it is a magical weapon.
All right.
Which is very underwhelming after those 2 gigantic hits you delivered.
Right. No one's just going to kind of bellow in his face. That was it.
I'll kill you again, you son of a bitch. It is your turn, Dovan.
I'll swing at this homie again. Ooh, that's a dead die, but I did get a nat 20 on one of them. Nat 20 on both. I got a 19 and a 20.
All right, roll damage.
How did were we doing crits again?
It is maximum on the damage die, and then you roll again.
Okay. Oh, wow, this is going to be bad, because I also get 1 extra die for savage attacks. A total of 59 damage.
Holy crap.
Yeah, well, I rolled 2d6s for the greatsword. We each get +6, and then with that extra die for savage attacks, and then all that other stuff. Yeah, it's gonna hurt him.
So, Dovan, in what is probably the fastest one-on-one fight you've ever been a part of, how do you want to kill this guy?
And Dovan can't, possess anybody, right? Maybe for
No,
his
you
death.
don't have that ability.
So all Dovan's going to do is just get a big old wind-up, almost like a baseball swing, and just lob this guy in half, right in half. And then he's just going to kind of push him over, watch him fall, and then go help.
18 seconds isn't terrible.
What's that?
I said 18 seconds isn't terrible.
It was quick, even for a Dovan fight.
Yeah,
just quickly-
Dovan is normally the one that goes down, so...
After you quickly tear him apart, his men quickly seem to lose heart and begins to rendering.
That's right,
Especially
who's
with
next?
Especially with Thoon running around clearly on your side as he bashes people. Basically, golf club swings, baseball bat, whatever you got to do. Just sending people flying with his massive hulking form. And he's running around yelling, "Ha ha! I help spook! I help spook!"
Well, that's my boy, Thoon. That's my boy.
And then your attention pans over to Zoria, who is on the ground, bleeding out.
Going to go attempt to help, which Dovan will not be that good on. But
So yeah, you float over and you see her, and there's nothing you can do in your spectral form.
true.
But
Yeah,
she
I
begins
know.
pointing. She begins pointing at a torch as her leg's bleeding out.
Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I can't. I mean, torch fire, but I can't do anything for you there. So let's see, where did
If
Thune
you
go?
can't grab it, then tell someone to grab it.
Help. What's Thune? Is he still hitting people?
There's already someone heating up a sword over it, and then moving over and like cauterizing her wound.
The reason we brought you.
And then she screams out in pain and passes out. You quickly realize
Dovan is
it
with
is
husband.
What, Mikhail?
I said Dovan is worst husband.
no. This is not Dovan's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
This is Volum's wife.
Yeah.
This is Zoria, Volum's wife. The centaurs.
The one that was getting ridden.
Yep. She did not like that. That is a big no in centaur world.
So I never thought that was a centaur. So that had an entirely different connotation to me this entire time for months now. Months.
Even the writing
under a grave misinterpretation of a situation.
Did you think she was just like piggyback riding the
Have you ever
Jeep?
seen the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
I have. I've seen
The
all
episode.
of it.
He's laughing. The episode with Calypso. You know exactly what I'm talking about, boy.
Yeah.
My mother walked in on that once, and I wasn't allowed to watch Cartoon Network anymore.
Jesus, Mikhail. I don't know how that cartoon was allowed to be on TV anyway. I do miss it.
It was brilliant.
Really was. All right, so Dover, we're gonna fast forward to the next day. Well, the next morning. Volum has arrived back to the fort, and the people that are left alive have already been put to work rebuilding the tower, restructuring walls, gathering the scattered remains of weapons from the barracks. And you see Thune eyeballing another powder keg.
Like, Thune? No.
Boom. Thune go boom.
No, Thune.
Thoonderwave.
Like, can we get someone to watch Thune? Or at least get rid of these powder kegs or something?
There are at least 7 people watching Thune right now because there's too much commotion to get rid of the powder kegs at the moment.
We might need more than 7 people, but hopefully it'll be fine.
Volum says, as he's looking off in the distance with his milky eyes, "Thank you for reclaiming both our lives, Dovan."
I just like to kill things. You're welcome, though. Would have been more fun if you weren't all blind and you could have helped. Those were the good old days.
Those were the good old days. I miss fighting by your side, my friend.
Yeah, especially when I could do cool ghosty stuff.
Yeah, I wish I could see. I really do. So, would you like to have your body back? Would you like to be corporeal once again?
I think it's time. I've had fun as ghosty, but to be able to touch the ground and feel my wife would be nice, I guess.
Not to mention actually play with your children instead of scaring them.
I mean, that was pretty fun, though.
There is an artifact in the Undercity. I believe it's called the Mask of Ryelmond. If anything in this city could produce a way for you to gain your body back, that may be it.
Everyone except the most intelligent being in the city knows what this mask is called.
Or he just didn't tell you.
It's true.
The last dragon.
And Millie.
And exactly where is this Undercity? Well, I guess would Dovan know where this Undercity is?
He'll also tell you could set up a guide for you to the Undercity.
Okay. That would be great.
His name is Keppel.
Keppel.
He is one of the insectoid people. I can't remember their name. Also, by the way, the reasoning behind Niv Mizzet, just out of character so everybody knows, in case there's ever questions. The reason Niv Mizzet wouldn't really know the name of this mask is because it is kind of a religious or superstitious artifact rather than an actual scientific artifact. So he would have had no interest in it until an issue like this came up. But yeah, he would tell you, Keppel, he says, I'll send for him, but you have to go into the city.
I'm pretty sure they'll take very kindly to me.
Maybe.
Oh, ghosty.
If you can, I would take your body as well. It may be dangerous to take it out of the city syndicate, but
Now I just imagine Dovan like dragging his body by the leg, just bouncing against cobblestones, getting more and more ruined every day.
There's every once in a while, he just forgets that he's not holding him anymore. He has to go back and pick himself up.
It's pretty easy to find him though, because crowds will have left a wide berth.
Yeah. Flash forward to about 3 hours later, there's like a bubble in the crowd just forming around the ghost, dragging a body that looks vaguely like him.
No one is just yelling, has no one seen a ghost drag a dead person? No one.
Literally, as you say that, there's another of the exact same situation across the street happening.
He gets
also
it.
giving him a wide berth. He just kind of does that, hey!
Hey!
This is not a common sight, but it definitely happens around here. So you go to the meeting place, and you see a human-looking person standing there. Just kind of looking around, not knowing what's going on. And that would be you, Krevin. You see a ghost dragging its own body towards you.
Thank God things are not going to go well for Krevin anymore. Finally. That
I have
was
several questions as to what the hell you were doing. 3, is that your body? 4, who killed you? And 5, you know what street is?
Well, my question is, are you Keppel?
No, I'm Krevin.
Then I don't have to answer your questions.
Krevin, you are also looking for Keppel.
Although I am looking for Keppel.
Oh. Well, then, yes, this is my body. I did die. And I'm trying to find Keppel as well.
We need to go to
so nonchalant.
Dovan doesn't care. He does not. He's been dragging a dead body as it goes through a town. I mean, he does not care what's going on at this point.
Is it any different than dragging a actual dead body that isn't his through a town?
But I've been all kinds of confused. Just gonna go with this.
I can imagine New Dovan, if the minds are ever re-entwined, is just going to have a much higher tolerance for the weird.
Oh, yeah. If Dovan remembers what's going on, it's going to be an interesting change for Dovan. He might be sober. I don't know. Ooh.
I'm going through Rahman Street. I can't pronounce it.
You have so much to think about. I'm doing my job.
Let's go find this street, see this man, and go from there.
You're already there. You're on the corner you're looking for. You're not sure which building it is. That's when you see 2 very, very short people. You would think they're kids, but one of them has white hair like an old person. I think, right? Does Tony have old person white hair? I can't remember. Yeah? Okay. Going into a very small, squat building.
Have we gone through a crowd on the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to take something.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I have a roll sheet for this now because I have a rogue that likes to steal everything. It's taking a minute to load up because I have too many things open on my browser here, so the video might even get screwed up.
Don't share screens. Be careful what you share.
I'm not sharing any of this. No. This is all DM stuff that you guys are not allowed to see.
Yeah, DM.
Totally share it.
Connor, what's on your hand?
What?
What's on your hand? The black stuff.
This is Crazy Aaron's Thinking Putty, Super Illusions, Super Lava.
Did it say super lewd?
Super Lava.
Oh, okay.
So, Lily, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand.
That's a 23.
Tell me, what kind of mark are you looking for? Like a rich-looking person, or just any person, or pop in a shop real quick?
Either rich or interesting.
Okay. Roll a D100, because that's definitely enough to steal something.
You rob a hobo by mistake.
31.
31. Do the scrolling thing, you shitbag. 31. You grab a glass vial of gray ash.
I have so many vials of rich shit.
I will be right back. Continue with that.
That's Millie's new thing. She just has a ton of vials, one for every situation.
Like 30 seconds after we've passed, that guy just gonna kind of hold it up to Stoney. What the fuck do you think this is?
It looks like ash.
I'm like, who's Ash though?
I mean, ash is ash. It might be an angel person's.
Like, it could be weird Ash. It could be a person's Ash. It could be Overwatch's Ash.
It could be an ash that's trying to catch every single kind of animal on the planet.
It could be a Ketchum.
Gotta catch them all.
So, Stoney, because I skipped over this part with you two, well, you and Millie, you would also have been given the name Keppel if you didn't catch on.
Keppel.
That's for the note takers. Kepil.
Oh, and if I saw Dennis, or whatever the fuck his name is, that douchebag that worked at the store with me, I threw a rock at him.
You didn't see him going this route, unfortunately.
Damn.
But you do throw a rock in general, and you hear someone mutter "ow," but you don't know if it's him, but you like to imagine it is.
I'm content with that.
Yeah. Also, you have been told that Keppel is a mantis-like insectoid humanoid.
Ooh.
I don't have to be nice to him, do I? I'm coming through on your hand with a really weird echo.
So also the address you're given, it would be like 13384A or B, and you realize as you look up at the building you're walking into is 1334A, and you realize across the street would be B, which is what you're looking for.
Ah, fuck.
So as you guys go across the street, crouching low because there are flying vehicles of some sort that don't stop for people or swerve or praise or do anything to avoid killing people. They don't care. You do go up across the street. You see a human and a ghost with one leg of a body raised in the air that he seems to have been dragging.
And the body looks similar to the ghost.
Yes.
Oh, hi. Could you move? You're kind of in the way of the door.
That's pretty right.
Dovans gonna turn around and babes. You guys lost? Ooh.
You've been called children by
I stabbed the body.
Great first impressions with the rest of the party.
Ow.
Starting to get a little sketchy. Let me cancel out a few tabs here so I can actually hear you guys. There we go. That should be a lot better now. So, Stoney, as you approach the door, it swings open. And this is like a modern day storefront door. It is a glass door with like black glass. So you can't see through it. It's kind of mirrored, so you see yourself. And it swings open, and an 8-foot tall mantis person is looking down at you.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
Hi, you Keppel?
Yes, are you? And then he pulls up a sheet of parchment, or a sheet of paper. Like a notepad. It says, are you sure you're not the Millie? You're not the female?
No, Millie's that one.
What the fuck are you?
I'm Keppel.
No, not who. I don't care about who.
Look, what I am is not important. Where I have to take... Oh, all of you. Okay, good. We have... any points at Dovan. The only ghost here, so you must be Dovan. Also, Dovan, pointing at the corpse. And then...
With a dagger sticking out of it.
Yeah, and that makes you Kreven. Man, that smell. Was that body recently killed? Were you recently killed, Dovan?
It's trying to get the knife out, wiping through it.
Okay, so right this way, and he opens the door, and it looks like a clothing store, but he walks all you right through to the back. There's 3 doors lined up. One of them has a lock on it. He sticks his finger in the lock, and it just pops open, like his claw, like Manta's finger. And the lock pops open, and he swings it open. There's a spiraling staircase going down. And he says, "This is where we go."
All right, cool. And Stoney just starts going down the stairs.
Come on, after the gnome, after the gnome, after the gnome, after the gnome. And he's like,
better not be some sort of fucked up alien dungeon.
What's an alien? Well, no, it's not an alien dungeon.
I'm pretty sure you're an alien, but that's beside the point, and I'll go down.
He's looking at you. His tongue shoots out and like cleans his eye like a gecko would.
Yeah, definitely an alien.
All right. And he ushers you all down, follows behind. You guys come down to a landing after walking what seems like hours. But in fact, it's only been a single hour on this travel down. It's been a long way into the Undercity. And as he opens the door, you walk out and you can see it looks like a church, but it's upside down.
A church?
And crawling in and out of the church on the ceiling, the church is on this like lower from like hanging from the ceiling upside down. You can see more insectoid, humanoid type creatures walking in and out of all sorts. You see cockroach-like ones, couple other mantis ones, one that looks vaguely like a ladybug. All sorts.
So it takes approximately 1 hour to make it from the city to hell. That's good to know.
Oh, this isn't hell. You should see hell. It's lovely this time of year.
That was a lot different from this. At least that's what the books say.
Well, it depends on which way you're going, but that's all theological now.
Yeah, not like we have access to it yet.
And he's walking through. Well, we used to have access to it. I hear it's all just kind of a frozen wasteland now.
Yeah, I can believe that.
So when I say it's lovely this time of year, I mean like 5,000 years ago this time of year.
I'm sure it's nice for people who like the cold, though.
Not that much cold.
Anyway. All right, so I already don't like the bug person, so if we could just do what we're meant to do here.
Yes. Watch out for the homeless stragglers and the guild deserters, and most of my kind are And I gotta do a thing because I'm hearing random. It sounds like karaoke. I had a feeling. But watch out for the homeless people, the stragglers, the guild deserters. Most of my kind of people will try to eat you on sight. So stick close. Follow me.
Okay.
I just kind of pull out my crossbow. All right.
You might want to get your weapons at the ready. You never know what you're going to find down here. You know, I heard that a long time ago, the planet had this huge interlocking chamber system that many different races lived in and coexisted until the surface dwellers went down, and then they all fought and killed each other in a bloody war. It was beautiful.
The segmentations on the front of Sony's gauntlet start to spark with a little bit of electricity. I should be ready.
That is a nifty trick, but it looks like it's going to explode on your hand. Is that safe? Is it?
Totally fine. I made it myself.
I have not seen this person work with a single safe thing, so I would assume no.
So he leads you down dozens of winding paths, which down each side of the path are these low, bluish, greenish mushrooms, and they're glowing with a bioluminescence. Just enough that creatures that don't have dark vision can see the path, basically. But as you venture further into tunnels, and
we have the same gear, right?
Yeah.
Right, so I still have my goggles.
Yeah. As you travel deeper down, you see it gets darker and darker, and eventually you get the feeling that it's opened up now. But the only thing any of you can really see is this, beyond what your dark vision allows, is this path. But you feel like you're in a large, empty chamber room. And you feel very exposed and like something's watching you. And he says, this is the part where most of you surface people start to get really nervous.
Yeah, I'm currently using him as cover. Classic Millie style.
Yep.
Like between all his legs. He walks on 4 legs, by the way. So just so everyone understands that.
Did not roll great.
And then he says to Dovan, make sure you don't lose the corpse. There's plenty of things around here that will want to eat it. Lots of Cambion eaters.
Damn it. Fine. On me.
So eventually he leads you to a kind of a low wooden door. It's only about 6 foot tall. And there's no mushrooms in this particular area to light up the way. You feel like that's mostly for like a tourist thing, really. And he says, from here, you're on your own. What you're going to want to do, and you're going to want to write this down, if you brought any paper, pens, pencils, charcoal, parchment, any of those things, you're going to want to go down. The lift will take you, probably 100, 200, 300 yards, something like that. And then you're going to get off. We lost the guy that keeps the notes. What was that, Brandon?
But
Out of character, is it bad that I had a thought of just like after he told us what to do, killing him and writing it down on him?
I mean, you can do that if you want.
I'm not going to, but like I'm going to say Millie did briefly consider this to herself.
So he doesn't start telling anything that you should have took notes yet, but anyone that want to take notes, you should. It says you're gonna go down, you're gonna come to a graveyard. You're gonna go through that graveyard, and you're not gonna stop for anything. I don't care if there's fallen trees, burning buildings, crying children, dying women.
What about shiny things?
Especially shiny things.
I like shiny things.
I understand. Me too. You especially.
What if I trade one of the crying women for the shiny things?
Do not stop in the graveyard for anything. Even the shiniest of the shiny things.
I think you're trying to keep things.
Then it's a day's travel down the leftmost tunnel. Top left. Make sure it is the top left or you will end up lost. You're going to travel for a day down that tunnel. Do not stray off the path. Keep track of which way to go and go that way.
What if I pick up a shiny thing and I'm moving?
If you think you can risk it, you do whatever you want to do. I'm only supposed to take you this far and I get my pay. I don't care what you do from here. You hear? Like
you already have the money on you.
Nope.
Damn.
Now, this tunnel is going to lead you...
The subcontractor.
Yes, listen to Stoney. He is right.
But I'm a subcontractor, so it's really subcontractor on subcontractor crime. And it's not under
Listen, we can get all philosophical, or I can finish giving you the instructions.
Yeah, just give us some more of the instructions. Stoney flips over another page on the notebook.
Says that tunnel will lead you to the dark ocean or undersea, whichever you choose to call it. You have to find the island with the single house on it. Inside that house, there is a basement. Inside that basement, there is a room that should tell you how to get the item you're looking for. Understood.
Will this room have shiny things?
I have no clue. I've never been there. These are all rumors. The island may not even exist. You may wander around until you die of starvation.
I doubt it.
We got Dovan over here.
You guys.
So that sucks for you guys.
No, it sucks for you. You're the nearest to me.
As you say that, a maggot crawls out of his cheek.
Fire cleanses all.
Okay, everybody in, and he opens the door.
Whee! Stoney hops down.
It's just like a lift. It's like an elevator.
He's still gonna hop in.
Okay.
I shall normally walk in there with
Just gonna shake my head and just step in.
Dovan, as you drag your body in, the door gets shut on the body's head once, and then like you hear the head get kicked in, and the door closes. And for those of you that don't have dark vision, you are now in total and complete darkness, like you have never known before.
Except Millie with her goggles.
I don't know if Asmir actually have dark vision or not, but
I think all of us do.
okay.
As long as Stoney has dark vision, I think we're all good.
You hear a sliding lock, and then a creaking, groaning sound, and then the entire room you're in jerk and begin lowering you down. Very slowly, but lowering you down. Moments later, the lift slowly slides to a stop. And that's it. There's a door in front of you. And a door behind you.
Is there ways to open them?
Yeah. There's literally on it pushed, or painted push me on both of them.
Stoney's going to try to push it, but probably not in the way it's meant to be pushed. He's just going to go like full forward.
Yeah, it swings open super easily and you fall to the ground. Did you open the one in front of you or behind you?
In front.
Okay. As you do so, there is a large field. When I say field, I mean a field of mud, really. Not a lot of grass would grow this far below the earth. As you look out, there's wooden fences dividing rows and rows of gravestones, headstones, along with the building off behind all of it. A large mushroom-like tree, or tree-like mushroom, I should say, would be the proper way to say that, growing beside it with a glowing light inside, a light glowing warmly from inside the building. And then there's a stone, kind of a gravelly pathway that leads around it.
Oh, I think I found the graveyard.
Well, that's the first step.
Now remember, no stopping, especially for shiny things. He points at Millie.
And I'll be sure this.
Yeah, sure.
I'll step. No. Tombstone.
You're cutting in and out. What's going on there, Jared?
I was just asking the group. Graveyard tombstones or any real stuff that it is. So I did not want to get.
Did any of you catch that?
Nope.
I'm hearing every other word, Jared.
Okay, give me a sec.
I'm hearing every other word in echoes.
Can you guys hear me better now?
A lot better.
Okay. I didn't have any headphones on because I was cleaning as I was playing. So Dovan's just asking the group, hey, are we sure this is the graveyard? Do you see signs? Anything? Because I really don't want to get lost as a ghost. Just my body's kind of heavy. I'm gonna drag it forever.
Stoney's gonna go to the
cutting the legs off.
Well, actually, yes, but then when I get back in there, I'll be about as tall as you, and that's not pleasant.
Stoney's gonna go to the other door as they're having this conversation and open that one as well.
Point of order, Dovan, even if you cut your legs off, you would still be taller than Millie and Stoney. Mathematical fact. You're going to open the other door, Stoney?
Yes.
As you do that, you push on the door, and the lift begins descending further.
Is there a way to get it to go up?
You don't know, but it's slowly going down, and your gap to get out of here is being shortened and shortened and shortened.
Dovan's going to stick out his hand. Jump!
Jump! I jump. We jump.
To Stoney.
Stoney's gonna jump, and then he's gonna fling his Spencer's floating disc into it so that it stays open.
Okay. The door stays open, but the lift is still lowering.
I'll just climb out.
Okay. So as you all get out, you watch the lift lower. Your floating disc, as the lift comes to it, begins pushing the disc down, and you see it just carving a curved path all the way down as it's lowering.
Stoney just opens up his hand with the gauntlet, and the disc closes and flings back up into his hand, and he puts it away.
Okay. So as you guys stand there, feeling the cool mist seeping in off the walls, smelling the dirt and the brine, you begin hearing the whispers. It belongs with us. Bring it with us, bury it. It belongs with us.
Get fucked, I'm taking whatever I want.
I can be all whaley too.
All right, so let's just go and not stop.
All right.
We're such a respectful party.
So as you guys walk on, run on, whatever you do. Probably a light jog at that point.
Do I see anything shiny?
Not yet.
Damn.
But you do hear things like, as promised, a baby crying behind a tombstone, a woman wailing.
Her fault.
As you're reaching towards the end, a woman runs out with a classic knife sticking out of her shoulder, trying to clasp onto one of you. And
does it look like a nice knife?
Old person.
No, it looks like a mean knife. It's got blood all over it.
She can keep it.
Old person?
Yeah.
I got to make a saving throw to that, right?
Yeah.
11.
Nope.
So she stops, and when she stops dead, she explodes into mist, and an angry face comes out of it and sinks into a grave somewhere.
Oh.
And that's why we don't deal with bloody people.
Looks at the bleeding corpse.
I kind of want to know.
It's dried blood. It's different.
As you pass the house, there's a man standing in an open doorway, and he's tossing gold pieces into the air. So much for the body.
Just gotta sprint past and try to fast hands grab some and keep going.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Not as good as the last one. It's only a 10 plus 7, so 17. Oh.
So not only does he swipe the gold out of the air as you reach for it, I need you to make a grapple check as well.
$23.
I'm going to say it's a straight 16. So he goes to grab you, but you dodge out of the way, and in that hesitation is when he is able to grasp the coins out of the air as you dodge out of the way and take off.
Ooh.
Says you have to come back through.
I shoot at him.
Says, see you then, Millie. Roll a tech roll.
Oh, not great, not terrible. 15.
15, okay. Yeah, you hit him. You see an arrow go straight through his body. A little bit of sawdust falls behind him. No blood. No blood.
Just kind of backing up with it. Like,
he just smiles an inhumanly wide grin.
Not recovering that.
And then you see from the steps to the porch that you ran up, hands begin emerging from, trying to grasp you as well.
Get fucked.
So that's why they said not to go after shiny things.
I'll get it next time.
I'm sure you will, but maybe let's not try to do it to that particular guy again.
I'll just shoot him first.
Yes, because that went so well this time.
I have silver. It burns me for some reason, which is weird, but, you know, I got gloves for that.
I get a friend, so go at it.
Or she gets her soul consumed. One of the two.
By the way, is that weird? Like, does anybody else get burned when they touch silver?
I can honestly say that I don't. And shorter than normal. So yeah, you're pretty weird.
You, weird tall person with the angelic face. Do you get burnt when you touch silver?
No.
Then what use are you?
I can hold the silver, that way I don't get burned by it.
I'm confused as to what you want to... Let's just keep running.
Stoney's just constantly switching the nozzles between acid and fire.
just in general, just trying to burn things off, keep things away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull out my 1.5 foot long silver dagger.
So, as you get through, which is basically a rapier to you, at 1.5 foot long.
Basically.
Yeah. As you leave that horror show, you follow the path, and about an hour later, it comes to a fork in the road that you weren't told about. There is a right and a left. The sign says, pointing to the left, says, certain death. The right says, totally not certain death.
I want to listen.
Go down the middle.
I want to listen down the totally not certain death. Do I just hear like abnormal amounts of screaming?
You hear nothing. Like an eerie.
How about the certain death one?
You hear a light breeze.
I like this one.
Yeah, they really need to work on deceiving with their signs.
Down to certain death. I go jogging.
Hello, can you be a vicious mockery against whatever is in the totally not certain death tunnel?
You should allow
you're so
vicious mockery.
So we're going down to certain death tunnel.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, certain death path. So as you turn away, start walking down that way, you hear from the other path, damn it, we were so close this time too.
You're never ever gonna get someone that way.
Why do they never follow the signs?
Did they take?
I can't read.
Whatever. Go that way, they're gonna.
Millie's just gonna call back. Try offering baked goods.
You suddenly smell pie.
Yeah, the next people are fucked.
Just so you know, there's monsters that way. They're gonna eat you. We would have kept you safe.
If I eat them first.
They're not responding anymore.
You are a weird little man, woman.
I have had to eat some weird shit on the street, and if a monster tries to kill me, so be it. I will have dinner.
I can roast it for you.
See? He's being helpful.
I mean, I could try to scare it to death. Abu. No. Anyways.
By the way, Zach, did they ever take that vicious mockery?
Yeah. I got a roll. Hold on. 15.
Okay, that saves.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Your saving throw is what, a 14?
15.
My saving throw is 15.
15, nice.
Yeah, because of the wand of the war mage I got from rumors.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
I remember.
Oh yeah, I remember. All right. So another few hours pass by. Yes, we're moving quite briskly along the Undercity, skipping a lot of the major plot points. Like you would see actually this deep you wouldn't see them anymore. But normally, when you're in the Undercity, you would see tubes of pure arcane energy flowing through, as well as pipes. You do, in fact, see a few like sewer pipes with people walking along the walls on them, tightening up dripping spots. You just kind of ignore them. You know they're there for a reason. They work these pipes.
Even Millie doesn't think about throwing rocks at these people.
Right. They do a true service to the city. Especially in this particular area. You eventually come to a large open area with the path goes directly into a small domed building.
Small domed building?
Might as well just keep going, man.
You go through it or around it?
Were we supposed to go through the domed building?
There were no specific instructions.
Let's go around it to the left.
Into the domed building.
I'm say, yeah, then we'd have to leave the path.
You said not to leave the path, right?
Millie's in the domed building.
So, Stoney, you leave the path, right?
I never said I leave the path. I'm keeping one hand on the house the whole time.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Stoney.
Oh,
As you
fun.
walk 3 steps out of the path, even with your hand on the dome.
That's a 16.
Okay, so you catch yourself as your foot falls through nothing.
Oh, I guess we have to go through the house then.
What?
There's no ground here.
How big is the house? Am I already on the other side?
The dome has a radius of about 15 feet.
Nice.
And as you walk into it, there is no there's no exit. The path ends in this room. And as you walk in, the room itself is covered in holes. And as the last of you walks through, the door disappears. And there are just holes all the way around this place.
Stoney pulls out his notepad from earlier.
No, I'm pretty sure it's right in the middle.
No, the guy said top left.
Top left. But isn't everything upside down in here? So would it be bottom right?
I don't see why would it be upside down.
Oh.
And wouldn't he have given us directions as to what it would be from our perspective?
You would think, I guess. He is a bug, so I don't know.
Should have made him come with us. Just at knife point.
Yeah, I guess we just go top left.
To the top left.
Can Ghost Dovan lift Dead Dovan?
So where exactly is the top left? You're in a circular room surrounded by alternating holes.
Alternating, you say?
Yep. So there's like 2 rows, and they're slightly off kilt, like here.
Do they go the entirety around the thing?
The entirety around the room.
Okay.
And you've already lost track of where the door was. Because no one marked it.
Well, Stoney's going to disengage the front of his gauntlet to be Mage Hand. And he's going to have it float his best guess as to where they came in.
Best guess of where you came in?
Yeah.
Roll a general intelligence check.
Stoney's smart. Not with this, though.
You're pretty sure you got the right spot.
And
And the rest of you know him to be pretty smart so far, so you're pretty sure he's got the right spot as well.
He's going to walk forward to the middle of the room from where they were, and turn to the left.
Just like directly left, the closest hole.
He's walking to the center, turning left, and looking at the top hole there.
Okay.
Is there a hole there?
There is a hole.
I'll try and climb
it. You would actually have to be lifted up to it. It's about, thinking about the dimensions thing, it would be about 8 feet in the air.
Well, like, could I just grip the sides of the holes?
You could do that. And you have that skill where you can climb up the side of like flat buildings and stuff, don't you?
I can climb at my climb speed, like at my normal speed, if I succeed the check. I just don't lose speed for climbing.
Okay.
Stoney is going to go up to that hole, bring his mage hand over, and he's going to have that help him climb up to it.
Okay. You're gonna help her. Okay. So you guys make your various ways into the hole. What do you do with Dovan's body? There's only one of you that would actually be strong enough right now to lift it into this hole.
Put it on the disc.
No, I was just saying, just throw him up there. And grab him. But yeah, the disc would work.
I get to see him missing like 4 or 5 times. Just
watch him just fall down some other hole, gone forever. Like, well,
Roll a percentile.
Which one of us?
Stony.
Cool.
You're taking the lead here. I need you to roll a percentile.
This was my decision.
Okay, if you're wrong, we'll just kill you.
What was it?
63.
Okay. So you watch as Tensor's floating disc rises up level with the hole. I got to put the dog down because he wants to play. It kind of, as it snags on the corner, on the spot right next to the hole, it starts tilting up, and Dovan's body just slides down into this hole.
Like our hole or the hole?
The one you were intending.
Oh, cool. Stony calls the disc back and puts it away.
hopefully that's the right hole.
Well, but you watch your body as it disappears into the dark void.
Dovan's just going to go after it. It's like, bye.
I don't think Dovan has much choice.
Dovan's the only member of this party who can't die currently.
Oh, he can still die. He disappears from all existence, but he can still die.
That's not death, that's annihilation.
So I'm guessing you guys follow then.
Yeah.
Unless you want to split the party, which I'm okay with. I'm just saying.
Nah.
No, just kind of monkey in.
Okay. Krevin, I'm assuming you follow as well.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So you all gather in. And luckily, I let that percentile roll save your ass, Stony. And you do manage to find the leftmost top hole that was talked about previously. That would have ended really badly. That would have been over for you guys if that would have gone askew.
One roll to save the day.
One roll to rule them all. Can you get out? Hold on.
Stony's just like, yeah, I knew that the whole time. It was totally my plan. But in reality, it's like, we just got lucky.
I just see when everybody turns around, you're just like, oh, thank God.
Right? So I'm really the only one that sees the relieved expression on Stony's face. Where you guys all land in some soft mud. So, as promised, there's another tunnel here. Once again, there's no light, but that's okay for you guys. You can see everything in a shade of gray. Follow this long path. At this point, you've already been traveling for... Once you get to the point where you guys have all been traveling for about 12 hours, those of you that are still alive begin to tire.
This is the worst job ever, and I worked at a t-shirt stand.
So when I say you guys sink into the mud, I mean the halfling and the gnome are probably up to their knee, lower thigh, in mud.
Difficult terrain time.
There's probably brief periods where I just sit on Dovan's corpse.
And there have been various parts of this tunnel where you see evidence of small fires. And then there's like another spot where the rocks have sunken way into the mud.
Stony's gonna reach to his back and strum 3 notes on his instrument of the bards and cast fly on himself. So that he's just floating above the mud.
Yeah. How long does fly last? 1 hour?
Yeah. So he's like that for an hour. You could also do levitate with that once that runs out. I think that also lasts an hour.
So, essentially, mechanically, we're getting to the point where you all, the living ones of you, have to take either a short or a long rest. A short rest, basically, to catch your breath and get yourself together. Suddenly, the doctor starts telling you things. A blue police box appears. But otherwise, you're gonna take exhaustion. Sorry, long rest. Unless you want to take the exhaustion, a short rest. You'll take the exhaustion, but you'll be able to heal any. I don't think any of you are actually hurt right now, other than maybe Dovan.
I don't think Dovan got hit.
No.
Dovan did.
Well,
Dovan did get
Dovan's
hit.
dead. I don't think a long rest.
Let's just do a long
Dovan's-
rest.
Okay. So how do you guys set up for a long rest here? As I said, you guys are kind of slowly sinking into the mud here. This very cold, very wet, very acrid mud.
So, are there stalagmites or tights around?
Nope.
Are there any ridges around that Tony could fit on?
It's a fairly smooth the wall kind of just, or the dome, the cave over you, it just kind of, it's flatly, it seems like it was artificially carved. It's not any kind of natural tunnel. Looks like this was carved with purpose and direction.
Stoney's going to make his own little alcove with acid splash against the wall.
Okay. So that gives you kind of a rock setting. Do you just do like a little spot for Stoney, or do you make room for everybody?
I'm going to try my best to make room for everybody, including the body.
Okay. Given like 10 minutes and just switching acid splash off and turning it back on, spraying again and turning off, giving your gauntlet time to rest. Otherwise, your acid will start eating it away. You slowly work your way into it. Takes 10-15 minutes, and then you guys are good for a rest. And we're going to take a 5-minute break here, guys, because I need to refill on refreshment.
Sound good.
To it. Granted, it's 12 versus the 20. I mean, it's getting power to the pump itself. So. Anyways.
If you all want some giants or dragons in your life, be sure to check out the Absolute Tabletop Facebook group or the Versatile Diecaster playtesting group and get some fancy Draconica and Gigantus action.
Hello. This is exciting. I've missed this game.
I have as well.
Big things are happening.
Yes. We're advancing the plot.
We are. We're gonna get to the next arc very soon. Like sooner than I thought, because we're just trucking along here. I was gonna stop and do more things, but
We are dimension hoppers now. This is a Planescape game.
I thought it was gonna take longer to finish my little side project that I was doing.
My glasses.
Like I said, I'm gonna mail all that out on Tuesday, so that's exciting.
I thought it was Saturday.
Saturday, yeah, sorry. Mailing it out Saturday.
That's right, guys. Zach's gonna mail us things.
Okay, so what's happening? Sorry, my grandpa called. And I'm still
we're
echoing
getting
a lot of
mail.
Nothing's happened yet. We're waiting on Jared and Brandon.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Are you
Oh, they're
just
both back.
willfully ignoring me on the echo thing?
I'm ignoring yes.
Is the echo coming from me?
Yes. You can see it on the screen.
I'm sorry.
No use headphones.
When I use my headphones, my Chromebook's sound just quits. I cannot hear anyone. No one can hear me. It is awful. Like that's what happened with us. Who's with me at the Ravnica game? Is that you, Connor? Connor's with me in the Ravnica game, right? No? Maybe? Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
The one that went with you to the bar.
Is that still
Right. What? Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm in a lot of games with mostly just people that are right here.
Yeah.
So I got a different game with Connor. I got a different game with Brandon. I got a different game with Jared and Mikhail.
And
It
Brandon.
keeps getting pushed further and further and further. And I really want my feet because I want my own version of Frumpkin.
So, Mikhail, I've been working on a
Oh, good. Did you involve something terrible happening to your mother? Because that's the only thing confirmed
Yes,
so far.
penguins kidnapped her.
Awesome. Cool.
That's why I'm
excited.
terrified of penguins. It happened when I was a child, you see.
Penguin people. I'm gonna have to make were penguins a thing now, and that's honestly amazing.
I'm okay with that. Oh no.
Like I'm not against making homebrew were penguins. This is
Oh, no.
my life
Rat gets infected with penguin.
Hear me out. Hear me out. A race of Arakakra, but they are penguins.
Do you want Rat to shit his pants?
Hear me
Right.
out.
Yes. But I have other ways to do that.
Hear me out. The were trout.
So, of course, check out Mythos because there are were-trout in the land of Mythos.
Just imagine. You're going fishing, you catch this 100 pounds trout.
The air
I do
coker would have to be tough.
You gotta
I do have
bring
a concept of a
overfish.
halfling ranger with a dire wasp.
Eesh.
A dire wasp is the very first thing I killed in first edition AD&D.
Is it really?
Yep, I murdered it with its own stinger.
That's awesome. All right, so jumping back into this, you take your long rest. You wake up. I don't know how many of you have actually been camping in your lives because I only know one of you personally, and the one I do know in person and have known for a very, very long time. I don't know if you've ever been camping. So,
Jared and I live in Idaho. Or at least he used to live in Idaho. We've been camping.
So- yeah, okay.
I've been camping. There's a big ass tub in the garage with camping stuff in it.
If you don't go
I was
camping while living in Idaho, then
I was gonna say that there's no way you've lived in Pennsylvania forever and not gone camping because Pennsylvania is easily the most beautiful, second most beautiful state in this country, followed by Michigan, northern Michigan.
That's debatable.
I'm surprised it even cracks top 25.
Listen, we can get into that debate off stream. In fact, we may do a whole Geeks talk about the geography of the U.S., okay?
Like, I hate the culture of my state, but it's a pretty state.
All right, so jumping back into it, anyway, with the camping thing, you know how sometimes if there's like a little slit in the tent or something, everybody that's slept in that tent wakes up moist or slightly damp? You all wake up kind of like that.
It's the dew condensation.
And then you notice there's a thin layer of water even over the ledge. And Stoney, with you being the first one awake, because this is your creation and you're like, what the hell just happened? You watch as the water slowly starts to recede and start heading down the tunnel in the direction that you are going. Very slowly at first, but then it starts rapidly pulling away.
Is all of our stuff in the body still there?
The body is shifted. It's like half hanging off the ledge now, but it is still technically there. Very much waterlogged now.
Cool. Who wants to go surfing?
I can go floating. That's about it.
Stoney pulls out the disc.
You're all just going to float down on the Tensor's floating disc?
I mean, why not?
I guess
You can even-
Roll your disc gently down the underwater terrifying stream.
We're all gonna die.
I'll even say you fashion it into an oval shape, so it's more like a surfboard. And
Stoney
you slowly follow the water
presses
receding.
the button on the disc, tosses it forward. And he hops onto it. Come on!
How long can you keep a Tensor floating disc up?
I believe it's an hour.
So when you get to that hour point, I'm imagining your gauntlet probably has some kind of alarm letting you know that it's going to run out very soon.
Yeah, probably.
So you feel the vibration, whatever your alarm is to let you know, and it goes off. You know it's been an hour. And as it closes, the rest of you are kind of not expecting it as you drop to the ground. Dovan's body lands with a loud squishing sound, a bit of a crunch as well as arms underneath it.
Is that thing being good condition to get back in?
Do what?
Doesn't that body be in good condition to get back in?
Maybe.
Maybe. Which body?
You do see like a centipede crawl out of his ear. Scurry across the ground.
Dovan, I think your corpse is rotting.
I mean, yeah, all corpses rot.
That's pretty typical of a corpse. Really, it would be a lot more aggressive if it wasn't rotting.
I know this, but don't you need it to be okay to jump back in?
It's weird.
It's a magic thing, isn't it?
Really wobbly, magicy things.
Okay.
I'm sorry for all the Doctor Who references for people that don't watch Doctor Who. Listen to. I am wearing a Doctor Who shirt at the moment. It is on the brain.
I was listening to the ring.
How deep is the water?
What's that?
How deep is the water that was flowing slowly?
The pedestal you were on was about 1.5 feet off the ground, fairly high, so it's at least 1.5 feet deep as it is receding away.
Okay. So like half of Stoney's height. Cool.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, Stoney would have thought that would have been plenty high to keep out of the mud and the muck. Did not anticipate a rising tide underground like this.
Yeah.
Because obviously it doesn't make any sense. The moon can't pull it from this far underground. You would know this science.
Maybe there's some unexplored magic.
Could be. Maybe. Possibly. or the DM was influenced by Matt Click's flooding room trap.
Floods are great.
But probably not. Probably not. It's okay. Moving on.
Let me see if I have a thing that could work.
So, you guys venture on further and further down this tunnel. Hopefully going the right way. Because I forgot to make you guys check for remembering which way to go. And eventually you do find a spot where there's a sign hanging from the ceiling. And on it is written...
So, while we were
Can you say
on
on is written or
on it, kind of, it's a hanging stone sign. It's written in two languages. One is Gnomish, so one of you would be able to read it, and the other one is Dwarvish. So anybody that can read Dwarvish can read this sign. And it says, "Welcome to Living Lake."
Stony, while he was on the disc, is going to cast an unseen servant. So a bubble appears in the rough shape of a person, and Stony just has it taken up.
Okay.
Oh, apparently this place is called Living Lake. Servant also lasts for an hour.
Yeah. That one I know. I think Mikhail's frozen. Nope, not frozen. He was just very, very still, like Drax.
So we just go forward, I guess.
So as you go forward, you're watching the last of the tide slowly lowering into a large lake that you cannot see the end of, spanning a what seems like an impossible distance for a place under the city. You know you're deep under the earth by now. You're not quite sure how far, but this is odd.
Oh, this is really weird.
Yeah, what kind of fucking bullshit adventure have you pulled me in on?
What did you say, Mikhail?
What kind of bullshit adventure have you pulled me in on? DM, mute your screen for a second. What kind of bullshit adventure have you pulled me in on?
An adventure to find a mask.
Hey, so you guys are looking for a mask too?
Oh, are you looking for that?
Yeah, it's supposed to put me back in this.
Oh, we were told it's supposed to help with interdimensional travel.
Oh, well.
I just want to be paid.
Are you looking for the mask too? I point at Krevin. Who's not here.
Krevin just kind of...
He's like...
My life doesn't suck here.
What?
I didn't watch a friend die here.
Several of them.
False versions of my gods are waiting for me to do terrible things here.
So we see a huge expanse of water in front of us, yeah?
You also see a worn, rickety boat tied to a pole on what I guess you could call the beach.
The unseen servant is going to carry Stony in and set him on the seat and slap.
Okay. That happens.
Come on, guys, I can't row this boat. Look at my arms.
I mean, I'm not much better.
The oars are literally twice your size.
And I can't grab it, so, I mean...
Krevin, get rowing!
By default, it has to be him.
So Krevin actually has to row the boat. I didn't think about that, so that's funny. So
Like I said, when he ran into Dovan, his life immediately stopped going. I'm happy.
I can legitimately imagine Millie pulling a drum out of nowhere, sitting on the front, going, row, boom, row, boom. As he's rowing.
Bro! Bang! Bang!
There you go.
I had a drum.
So, I need...
Stoney's doing all of the row beats completely out of tune, by the way.
I can get a roll from one of or two of the following people: the navigator and the person rowing. So it'd be either Krevin or whoever's leading the row to do a survival check.
Stoney's just looking around to see if he can spot the house islands.
Or anyone that might have proficiency in navigator's tools.
I have neither of those, but certainly try to help.
So Stoney, are you the one navigating then?
Sure.
All right. So you and Dovan can both roll. Krevin's
Krevin is not here.
Krevin's not here, so when Krevin gets back, he could also make a survival check.
16.
Okay. It's pretty good. For day one, that's pretty good.
It's all right. We all have days of rations, right?
Boy,
At this point, we're dragging the body in the water,
just letting it bloat in the water.
so we don't have to. So it can be further away.
Okay.
Because that's gonna stink after more than a couple of days.
So, okay. The body's in the water. You guys are rowing. This will be fun.
Oh god, there's an owl here.
Okay, I'm back. What's up?
Jared's
Roll a survival
check.
Roll acrobatics?
Survival.
Oh, survival.
Where the fuck did you get acrobatics?
I heard an A. Okay, I get plus 2 to survival. 19.
Okay.
Cool. We got 16 and 19.
Oh, I need to roll a d4. Everybody choose a number from 1 to 4. Put it in the chat. Except for Jared, because Jared can't put it in the chat.
Like Messenger or Hangout chat?
Hangout chat is fine. Okay. I got a 1. So, Dovan.
Yep.
You hear a voice coming from inside your own mind. And it says, they're trying to feed your body to the things that lie below. They're trying to kill you, Dovan. To erase you from existence.
Not Dovan. Dovan's done nothing.
Why
How do
they
you know
hate
this
so
voice?
much? I've been watching. Learning. Your friends aren't very kind to you, are they, Dovan?
Well, that is true. One did stick a knife in me. Still haven't been able to get it out.
Oh, whatever's down there will probably eat the knife with your body. You don't want that, do you?
Of course not. I hate being a ghost. Too long.
Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to let them feed your body to the things below?
I can't let that happen. But Dovan
Roll
goes.
a wisdom saving throw. Because I know you're so great at those.
Oh, wow. That was a 2 on the die. So, yeah, 2.
So whereabouts is Dovan's ghost still on the boat?
It's just floating along with you. He's probably talking out loud to, and you guys see nothing.
He's a ghost. We assume he's gone insane or can see dead people at this
Oh,
point.
yeah.
It says, The voice in your head says, "Not yet, but soon you should kill them before they can kill you. Tell them you don't want your body to be eaten. Tell them there's things below."
Dovan's just going to yell that.
I mean, wouldn't it be better for them to get it, though?
Stony is startled, and at the very moment, the unseen servant gets, and he falls onto the seat, which just startles him even more, and he falls onto the bottom of the boat.
As you fall to the boat rocks. Not.
Don't rock the boat, Stony.
Millie may think it's from you, but you know you're small.
Don't rock it.
There's no way that you rock the boat quite that much.
Who rocked the boat?
Let's pull the body up. Pull the body up.
You feel a slight tug from where the body's anchored. And then the boat starts moving backwards against Creven's rows.
Oh, the voices were right. The voices were right.
I just start racing towards the rope with a knife, like, hi, Dovan.
Can I just pull Dovan in?
Dovan, you hear once again inside your head, she's gonna do it. She's gonna cut your body loose. It's gonna eat your body. You're gonna disappear forever. No one will even
Dovan's going to go out, Millie.
Are you going to attack her?
Not with a weapon, but I will try to restrain Millie. Push her out of the way.
Actually, I roll for the actually. I want to see.
I
want to see if Dovan can actually possess Millie. That'd be awesome.
Dovan cannot possess Millie. Oh. So, yeah. You guys roll a grapple check? Not you, Creven. Just Dovan and Millie.
Okay.
Well, that was a nat 20, so.
That'll probably win.
So, Millie, you feel your body suddenly begin to get cold, and you're frozen in place. The knife just to the rope. Just barely that first fiber was cut.
Creven, grab it.
Won't let you do it. Won't let you do it.
Your body's slowly being pulled back, and you feel another tug at the rope.
It's getting eaten anyway.
Creven, grab it. And Stony's going to mage hand to grab the body and try to pull it.
Grab it.
Okay. Dovan, you hear again in your voice, nothing's trying to eat your body. Their minds are playing tricks. Do you feel the boat rocking, Dovan?
No.
Is Dovan on the boat?
Their minds are playing tricks on them. They're going to cut your body loose for nothing.
You're all lying. He's fine. I'm fine down there. How dare you cut it?
Fine, let it have the body.
Your body's not fine down there. You got to get it out. You got to get it out now, Dovan, before something does get to it.
We're trying to pull it
I'm
out.
going to toss Millie to the side and just go
Okay, so you guys are all pulling Dovan's body out?
Well, my mage hand is helping Creven pull it out.
Okay.
I've pulled out one of my 10 silver knives and I'm going after the rope again.
Okay, so the body does get pulled out quickly. Quick enough that Millie, you are cutting the rope and then you realize the body's already in. As you cut it, you're like, ah! Oh.
It smells so bad.
It smells like a salty brine at this point.
Like, I have a passive perception of 18. This is torture.
I didn't think about that. It's funny. With that, the boat stops rocking.
So are there bite marks on it?
There are no bite marks on it.
See? I told you guys. I don't like Dovan. Want to kill
That's
Dovan.
not. Hold on. Roll either investigation or perception, Stoney, since you're the one that brought it up.
All right, so that's 17.
Okay, so there are tiny little bites in the flesh that look reminiscent to those of leeches from the swamps on the surface.
Are they like any difference in size? Compared to leeches?
Not really. They're just kind of all over the body. There's these little bitty bites all over the place.
Oh.
Turns out just one giant.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Is it just one giant and just tentacle with tiny teeth?
I can't give you this information, Brandon. Stop trying to metagame.
I will metagame because I like to enjoy it.
Good old Stony is going to be just holding his hand behind his back and leaning against the back of the boat. And he's just going to be like spraying acid splash behind him as they go.
Okay, just in general.
Yeah.
Just whoever's down there.
Really, it's just kind of like stabbed her dagger from before, and it's just kind of
they're just hearing a repeated as the acid keeps getting poured in.
As the acid eats the water and releases oxygen, bubbles float up, or other gases, I should say.
It's like a disgusting little beast because like every stabbing at the same time.
So, at this point, after your remaining 12-hour walk through the tunnel, you guys have been on the water for 6 hours or so. So you guys have been awake for about 18 hours. And that is
the worst question.
Wait, we didn't sleep during the long rest?
You did sleep during the long rest. There's another 12-hour walk through the rest of the tunnel after that.
Oh, okay.
Following the water. And then you've been on the boat for 4 to 6 hours, something like that. So it could be right around 18 hours that you guys have been awake now. And it's starting to catch up to you. When suddenly you hear several loud, high-pitched screeches from in the distance somewhere.
Oh, hey.
Well, those sound interesting.
Followed by the sounds of leathery flapping wings.
Oh, that sounds less interesting.
I take the alchemist file I took from Stoney's office and just start tying it to a crossbow bolt. Bitch-ass motherfucker.
Stop opening my door, dog.
Smart dog.
Yeah, should never have taught him that. What?
Stony is still trailing the acid behind him, but he's keeping his eyes on the sky.
Okay. Yeah.
Or sky.
Past against your guys' 60 feet of dark vision, it is completely inky black. So do any of you sleep at the end of this 18 hours here? Do you take shifts? What do you do? And you do hear lapping sounds of waves against the boat, because for some reason this river also isn't still at all. It's
it's a river.
Our ocean. This lake or ocean or whatever it is. The subterranean lake really is what it is.
I think we can all just sleep and have Dovan do the watch duty.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't need sleep. He's a ghost.
Night, Dovan. Have fun.
Dovan doesn't trust you people.
Which is why you're the one staying up.
Stay awake then. Have fun with it.
And Krevin, you are absolutely exhausted by the end of this, by the way. You've been rowing for freaking 6 hours. So, just right away, as soon as everyone's like, all right, we're going to sleep now, the oars are in the boat and you're out.
Kevin's not taking first watch.
Just kind of poke him with the butt of a dagger.
Dovan, you hear while they're all sleeping. You hear once again a voice in your head. And it says, Dovan, you see how they sleep? They're supposed to be finding you a way to save your body, and they sleep.
They do nothing.
What
should I do?
Wake them. Make them go back to work. They work for you. Tell them to find your body. Tell them to bring you back.
True. Dovan's going to start screaming, kind of dragging his body across over the people. It's like, no, we have no time for this.
Stoney's gonna pop up like, there's nothing here.
Dovan,
Keep going.
if you wake me up again, I'm going to stab you with silver.
Dovan lays his body on Millie and lets it go.
You hear the voice in your head, Dovan. You see? She will stab you with silver. That can kill a ghost. It will obliterate your existence. She will smite your very soul.
Go. Dovan throws Dovan at Millie.
Just with a thud. Dovan's body
Like,
lands
no!
Is Dovan proficient with Dovan?
Dovan is proficient with Dovan. He has fought with himself many times. And he is extremely heavy right now because you guys dragged him through the water for a while. So he's very waterlogged too.
So what, like 2d6?
Like a dead fish. Like as the body hits, his mouth opens and a dead fish falls out onto Millie's face.
You stay. Small person stay.
Just kind of crawl out.
Hey, if we could not try to kill each other, that'd be great.
You're the ones trying to kill me. I just want to be back in my body. The voices, man.
Voices.
They haven't lied to me yet.
Stoney, make wisdom saving throw.
Being this close to your body driving me crazy, we have to put it in water.
11.
Stoney, you firmly believe that both Dovan and Millie have both gone completely insane. Now they're fighting over a corpse. There's something wrong with this picture, but you can't put your finger on it.
Stoney just.
Okay,
Listen.
can I make a wisdom roll? Insight.
Sure. Do so at disadvantage because you really don't know what the hell's down here.
Exactly. I'm just trying to.
You two are talking not
15, 14.
That would be just enough to know that something's probably playing with their head.
This is pretty normal behavior for Millie, though.
With Dovan's head, I should say. That much is evident.
Like, that's the terrible part. This is just Millie.
Dovan, you hear, you should tie your body down to the boat so they can't throw it over. The little one keeps trying.
But I can't use rope.
Ha! Suck on that. Just kind of wave rope at him. How does that feel? No.
I get that, Millie.
You just have to try. You just have to try. Possess her.
I will.
Possess her body. You have to tie the rope.
Dovan's gonna start rowing, trying to tie himself up.
Okay.
You won't get him.
Keep reaching right through the rope.
What do you mean him? That's you.
Acknowledge Stoney. I'm just trying to get the rope.
I'm gonna say eventually this chaos subsides a little bit, enough to fall back asleep. Those of you that are mortal. The following morning, I need the navigator at disadvantage to roll survival.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
And the rower to roll survival.
Oh no. Well, that was a 6 and a 20. With the modifier, it's a 7.
Ooh, big rolls. Krevin.
Stoney's having to deal with all this shit while he's trying to guide where the boat's going.
You said survival, right?
Yep.
Disadvantage or normal?
Just roll. Regular roll for you.
Okay.
What's going on down here?
I pass. Not 20. Not 20.
Oh. So Stoney's telling you to go one way, and you're like, no, I really, really want to go this way.
You know what? That's fucking fine. I got to deal with these people. You do what you do.
Tony's swearing now. I love it.
Stoney, the human person water.
You know, Rabbit has arguably been worse to you than Barovia was.
Barovia was shit to grab it.
Oh, just you wait.
Barovia is to credit what Ravnica currently is to Stoney.
So you begin rowing in a random direction that you firmly believe this is the way we must go. I will triumph. And you're looking over both ways. You keep looking over your shoulder. And as you look into the water, you see a face, Krevin.
I smack it with the orange. Throwing.
No. You see a human face as it grabs the boat and pulls itself up.
You act like he's still not going to smack it.
So you smack it, and this beautiful woman suddenly turns very angry and leaves, goes to dive back down in the water, and tears a piece of the side of the boat off. The rest of you do not see the lady, but you do see the chunk of boat get ripped out.
I knew it. You're trying to kill Dovan.
Dovan, calm down.
No.
Dovan, you gotta calm down.
Hold on.
No more wine.
Millie tries to use Dovan's distraction to throw Dovan overboard.
Millie, stop trying to throw overboard.
While they're not arguing with each other, Stoney's
Millie, roll an athletics check.
No.
Stoney's gonna take
That's a
boat, like one of the seats in the boat. He's gonna take that, take it off of the thing, put it over the hole, and he's gonna use his transmuter's thing.
Okay, gotcha.
There, everything's fine. See?
This is all a trick to get me off my guard.
All these problems started when we got real defensive over his body. It's
Okay,
clearly
look.
the problem.
Guys, Jimmy. Something's going on here. With our heads. Just sit still.
Millie, make
Sit still.
your
Oh, it's really bad.
Me?
Yep.
I'm actually pretty good at wisdom. I get to re-roll that.
I'm
It's a one again.
That's actually a lot better.
Well, it was a 1, so I'd hope so.
17 plus 2 is 19.
You get an annoying nagging headache at the back of your head.
Yeah. This place sucks.
Stoney's gonna look over Kevin to see if he can see anything yet.
You see nothing yet.
I
He's
make
rolling
perception roll.
really fast.
Okay, we're making perception roll.
Sure, you can roll perception, I guess.
Again? Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, that helping ability has paid dividends.
What'd you get? 18?
Yes.
Yeah, you see nothing but flat water. Well, not flat water. Light waves, but
Stoney's just gonna keep shooting off firebolts in random directions from his gauntlet.
you shoot one in an upward and to the left direction.
So we're surrounded by darkness, right?
You see a creature clung to a ceiling you didn't even know was there, hanging kind of upside down from its feet and hands. Its head kind of its face is very pig-like humanoid type deal. Basically like more like a bat. Long leathery wings growing from its arms. It let's go with one hand. It looks down at where all the fireballs or the bolts are coming from. And it's watching you.
Do I happen to know what it is?
I'm going to say no. I don't think you would have ever been in this area. I actually might have read about it, so roll a history check.
Oh, that's probably going to succeed. 24.
You know, you've read books about strange creatures many times. This one you don't know too much about because there's not a lot of information on them. Because in the warning it says there's not a lot of information about these creatures because there are not many survivors. But what it will say is very territorial, do not startle, do not frighten, do not anger, avoid at all costs.
Does it seem startled, angered, or frightened?
As the last of the light arcs, it sinks into the water. You hear a familiar screech, like the one you heard the night before, or the day before, I should say. And then you hear the flapping of wings. But it sounds like it's flying away.
All right, so that's frightening. Cool. That's good.
But at the same time, you hear a bubble of some kind of air rise from the water and go. Bloop.
What the fuck was that?
Stony shooting a fireball over he heard the bubble.
Not
a fireball.
I don't care about what you're doing to the water.
It's flying away. Don't worry about it.
I'm very worried about it.
So with the bubble, Stony's immediately going to shoot another fireball to where the bubble was.
And nothing. You get the sense that where will the air bubble come from? If it was from a creature, it has to be really deep.
Stony's just going to keep doing them on a horizontal level, like past Creven, just in a wave.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give him some light.
Just
yeah.
You probably do that until your gauntlet starts getting really warm from all the fire leaving it, because eventually it's going to warm up.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of have to shake it off. Maybe even stick your hand in the water if you're brave enough to cool it down.
Stony's definitely dumb enough to do that.
It also, little known fact, or well, it should be a more known fact. When you heat up metal and stick it in the water, it can warp the metal. So roll percentile, Stony, as you do that.
I got that one, and I got that one.
80?
No, that's a 3 on this one.
Oh, was it? Okay, 30. So yeah, you feel the gauntlet as you stick your hand in the water. Begin pinching your hand and sitting at an awkward angle, and you know you're gonna have to tinker with it later to get it loosened up.
Transmuter.
There you go.
This is why he's allowed to make these dumb decisions.
As you do that, everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm good at these.
Oh no. Big 6.
All right.
21.
7.
Did Creven get 20?
Actually, Dovan doesn't need to make a dexterity saving throw because he's a floating ghost.
Oh, so I got nothing.
Where's his body going?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yep.
14.
Okay, so Creven, you fall off your bench just behind you into the nose of the boat. Millie, you hang onto the seat. You go absolutely nowhere. Dovan's body flings ass over tea kettle on top of Creven. Dovan, the boat stops moving. Stony, you fling off, bounce off of Millie, and land in the water. Your gauntlet promptly pulling you down. You sink about a foot and a half into the water, and then hit some kind of mud or sand or the bottom of whatever this is, as the boat slammed into some kind of island
He's a foot of water?
Yeah, about a foot and a half of water.
Oh. Well, that's a lot less than I was expecting.
And all of a sudden, it feels like it's a lot deeper really quickly.
When he gets flung from the boat, Stoney's reaching for his back, and he's going to strum a few notes on his instrument to cast Fly on himself.
So, really, you just kind of dip it a little bit in the water and immediately fly out, and you notice that the boat has crashed into an island of some sort.
How did we not see this? And Stoney just flies down to directly in front of the boat. And he stands there.
You guys can smell a smell you haven't smelt down here. I'm saying smell a lot.
A smell that smells.
The aroma of burning wood.
That's strange.
From somewhere on the island, you're pretty sure. Be your best guess.
Stoney's going to say, hey, wait here, don't kill each other. And he's going to fly up as high as he can and just look around at what he can see of the island.
Are you going to fly all over the island? It's not that big.
Yeah, let's fly all around the island.
The island itself, you'd quickly decipher, is only about 100 feet wide. It's not quite circular shape. It's more oblong. And directly in the center of all of it, there is a small cabin with a low glowing light from inside.
All right. Stoney's going to pull out his notepad, write on it that information. Then he's going to use his mage hand to pull that page from the notepad and zoom it over to them, along with the added information. He's going to go to the cabin and shoot firebolts straight up so that they can get there.
Okay, so the other three of you hear the sound of rustling paper as his small mechanical hand stops dead in front of Krevin, even with Dovan's body on. Well, you probably pushed Dovan's body off you by now. And there's a piece of paper.
Dovan went after his body.
Okay. There's a piece of paper in this mechanical hand, but he's gone. So any of you could grab it. I'm just going to assume that Krevin would read it to you guys and let you know that Stoney found a cabin.
Of course
And
I would.
once the paper is taken, the hand just...
Okay.
Good, now I don't have to worry about me throwing Dovan in the water.
So, do you guys head that way? And do you take Dovan's body?
Dovan takes Dovan's body that way.
Okay. Waterlogged, still water coming out of his mouth and nose every now and then.
This is the grossest thing. Like, how are you even going to inhabit this?
It smells briny and rotted.
There's literal flesh flowing off of it.
Now that you have it on dry land, you see something nibble the pinky off of it.
Dovan swings at it with his greatsword.
No. When it was in the water, something nibbled off his pinky. His pinky's missing, basically. It's gone. It's eaten. So, Stoney, you go in the cabin first, right? Or are you waiting on everybody else?
I'm waiting till they get there. I'm shooting off flares to get them there.
As you shoot off your first flare, you see several more of those creatures on the roof. They're currently asleep.
Stoney's going to back up a few feet. And then he's going to keep doing the flares much more rapidly.
So you all arrive there, and Stoney's still just looking at the ceiling.
There are a lot of big things on the roof.
Yeah, you counted about 3 dozen of them.
Let's get inside quickly and quietly, please.
And as you say that, you hear several dozen screeches coming from the ceiling. High-pitched. Angry.
Okay, just quickly. And Stony takes off towards the building.
Faster than you've ever seen any gnome move. Stony makes.
If possible,
I'm
Dovan
rolling.
trips Millie.
You come up to the cabin door. What do, Stony?
Try to open it.
It opens without issue.
I'm going inside.
So you dive in.
Did they look big enough to fit through the door?
All right, mark my fingers on it. I'll hang it.
It is like a normal cabin door. It's not that big.
But did the creatures look big enough to fit through it?
You're not quite sure.
Okay, Stony's gonna have
Size,
it.
range, distance, and all that. Force perception. I'm assuming Millie's the next through as the screeching's ensuing, and she's also the fastest in the group.
Yeah, sorry, I burnt my fingers on something.
Say if Millie had to run past Dovan at all, Dovan would try to attempt to trip her.
Roll an attack roll, Dovan. Actually,
Dovan's not fond of Millie.
roll a dexterity check. I should say it'd be more of a dexterity check.
Well, that was a natural one. So.
So yeah, your ghost form has no luck tripping her.
Damn.
She just.
I'll get you, Millie.
And then Krevin is not dragging a body, so he can be in next.
Okay.
Followed by Dovan dragging a body.
And a ghost. So he'd probably be the least afraid of these things.
They look like they might want to eat his corpse. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Dovan's got to protect Dovan.
So as you get in there,
Dovan by using Dovan.
you guys shut the door,
Is there?
and you just hear a lot of screaming for a while, as well as the sounds of claw against stone as they crawl across the roof of this cabin.
Is there stuff we can barricade the door with?
There's all kinds of furniture. It's literally like a cabin out of a sitcom. There's a warm lit fire. There's a couch. There's a writing desk. There's a couple chairs. You can barricade the door all you want. There's also windows.
Stony's gonna barricade the door as best that he can. You know, being a small creature with an 8 strength.
Okay, so two of you can roll a perception check as all this is going on.
Not gonna be Stony. Stony's barricading shit.
I'll do it. 16.
Okay, that'd be enough. When Stoney's dragging that couch across the floor to put it against the door. Really, dog? Again? Y'all see this, right?
He just really wants to play.
He really does want to play really bad. You have to barricade that door. A rug on the floor gets knocked to the side, and you see the corner of a trap door. Of like a hatch, is a better statement for that. Krevin.
Say that one more time.
As Stoney's moving that couch to barricade the door, you see the rug flips over that's on the floor, and you see the corner of a hatch. Like a trap door.
I think I found a way out.
Stony's still gonna put the couch in front of the door. And he's gonna pay attention to the thing.
Okay, so you pull back the rug, and you all see this hatch leading into the floor.
That's where the mask is.
I did say to go to the basement, and that would be the instructions to get to the mask.
I'll go down first.
Good idea.
Krevin, you go down first, and you look around the room. And the only thing down here is a single bookshelf with a single book.
I have any skills. I have alert. It's like,
Dovin, as you go down there, what's your passive perception?
I'm not sure. Probably not that good though.
Or not Dovin. Krevin. As Krevin goes down.
I was gonna say I don't remember going down, but what else?
How do you turn perception again? 10 plus.
It's
10
8
plus
plus
perception modifier.
Yeah.
Oh, 13.
It's actually 8 plus your proficiency plus your perception.
13.
That's why like a rogue that takes expertise in perception can get like a plus 20 something.
Yeah, mine's 13.
13? Yeah. I don't think that's enough. You hear a low hum in this room too.
I also have dark vision, so you know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's why I told you what was in the room.
Slight hum.
Like a.
I investigate the room again.
Stoney's going
Again,
down.
there's a single bookshelf with a single book. Stoney, as you go down there, is your passive perception at least a 13? No. Okay, so you don't hear the sound. But you are a wizard, so you kind of feel the electricity of magic in this room.
I do follow Stoney.
Okay.
And then as you hear thudding, as I drag Dovin down, I follow.
It's
Yeah, I
literally
go to the bookshelf.
the body just lands with a crunching sound.
I go to the bookshelf and pull out the book.
Hold on, Krevin. Let's be careful about this.
We have 2 options. So you can grab the book or just stand here and do nothing.
You hear
stand
scraping
over
sounds
here.
outside the hatch.
Stoney uses Mage Hand to go and get the book.
Pick the book up, and nothing happens.
Okay, cool. I bring it back over to me.
You see, and it literally says on the spine of it, instructions to get the mask.
Open the book.
The first page says to Stony Tark, Millie Sweetberry, Dovin. I don't know Dovin's last name, but it would say his last name as well. And Krevin, whatever Krevin's last name is as well.
It's just Dovin.
So it has all your names in it, like a dedicated part. You turn to the next page and it says, "Simply remember." As the book itself slowly turns into one of those. It's a wooden mask in a humanoid shape. It looks like one of those. It's painted like one of those drama masks, the black and white. It's in a smile.
Who does it look like it would fit best on?
Either Dovin or Krevin.
And since Dovin can't wear a mask right now, Stoney's going to try and put it on Krevin.
So also, as it turns, you feel like all your nerves are on fire.
Okay, Mage Handing that real fast. Smacking it on the face.
Even as you try to mage hand it away, your head starts hurting. The rest of you see Stoney drop to his knees as he grabs his head.
Oh, it's
And your memory,
You see one hand on the head, one hand out with the machinery going like.
yeah. And all your memories of Ravnica and your memories before Ravnica begin to merge and to coalesce. And suddenly you remember adventures with Millie and Dovin and Krevin. You remember being in the Southern Isles. You remember arguing with your father about mixing magic and technology. You remember your mother's loving hug. You remember your brother and his wife visiting you on the island and the Southern Island in Inkstead, bringing his children to play with their Uncle Stoney. You remember all of it. And at the same time, you remember all of Ravnica. And as it all begins to merge together. And then everything starts to cool off, and the mask is just hovering there with your mage hand as you stand up, and everything's remembered together. It's all blended together.
I tried a mask.
You grab the mask?
Yeah, why not?
Actually, the same thing happens to you.
I begin
as you
crying.
Yeah, as everything merges together, you just begin crying. And it's not bloody. It is regular humanoid angel tears.
Hey.
But then when he gets to the memories of Barovia.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
You suddenly
God.
remember your Asimir.
Oh, shit.
You remember you're an Asimar. You remember the other Asimar that died in front of you.
My friend.
So you see the other three of you really just see him just stand there as he holds the mask, and he just starts crying. Or
Are the tears bloody?
nope, they are not bloody. Not
I'd
here.
like to point out that the mage hand didn't let go.
Oh.
So Stoney's
So it's
just going to make it. He's going to pull the mask off of Krevin's face. He's going to move the hand behind Millie, and he's just going to tap it to the back of her head.
As you feel the light clunk on the back of your head, Millie, once again, the burning sensation that
I don't like this.
all your memories begin to merge. All your interactions with Strahd, Sid disappearing, Sana dying in a blaze of fire. You remember Dovan being killed in
Best
that
friend.
ambush. You remember meeting Dovan, pickpocketing Sid. Remember the bar fights with Dovan. All the pleasant memories. And they clash with all the memories from Barovia. And then at the same time, Ravnica is also real. As it all just melds together.
I don't like this.
Stoney's not exactly sure how to apply it to Dovin, so he's just going to, like, put the mask into his chest. Like, ghost chest.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, what the hell are you doing? As he looks down.
He's then going to move it down to tap dead
No,
Dovin.
no, you leave Dovin alone. I'm going to drag Dovin away.
So just as he's dragging him away, just to be funny, you put the mask on Dovin's face, and the body suddenly stops sliding.
What the
You look
hell?
up, and Ghost Dovin's gone. Not only that, you can hear the wood underneath the wood in the mask cracking. And suddenly it pops off of his face and rocks on the floor. And then all the water that's inside the body is suddenly released all over the floor from, let's just say, extremities. From orifices, I should say. You see the wounds begin to heal. You see critters begin to crawl out and die. You see the one pinky grows back suddenly.
That's unfortunate.
An eye that was dangling out from the last drop slowly recedes back into the socket with a sinks back in. You hear bones crack as they reset into place. Color return to the flesh. And then you hear Dovin breathe this first breath of air in a very long time. And Dovin, you as well have blended memories of Ravnica, Barovia, and everything before it. At least what wasn't in a drunken stupor.
Dovin's also going to just throw up. He's like, oh, just because it's all out of me doesn't mean it didn't taste terrible.
Yeah, you still have
Mage hand comes back.
Millie, I've never been more confused in my life. Do I drink or do I not drink? Because I've been sober, but I haven't been sober.
I don't think I'm the person to answer that right now.
Help me, Millie.
Kind of getting
I'm going to roll a 1 to 20, and that's going to determine if I tell Dovin to drink or not. You should definitely drink. Like 6 gallons of booze.
You know, Stoney,
it's excessive.
You're right. When we get back, round for everyone. I'm kidding. Just for me. I will buy 5 drinks, though. Now what? Oh.
So, Tony, did you leave the mask on the floor, or did you pick that back up too?
Mage hand never left it, so it came back with the mask.
So you're holding it. You guys all hear the trap door, the hatch, which was left open, suddenly slam shut. and you hear locking, clicking sounds. Then you hear grinding, sliding sounds, and you feel the room itself shift and lurch.
I don't like that either.
Then you hear loud scraping, grinding sounds, as well as the squeals and howls coming from all around you. And then you hear different squeals and howls, as in, like machinery. You feel the room being pulled to one side. Can't really tell which side, but you know it's being pulled because you feel the floor beneath you start moving. And then you feel it quickly begin to raise. And then it slows. And then it stops with the sound that most of you only dreamt of. You hear the sound of flowing coins raining from somewhere. And then you hear boom, boom, crack, as a big chunk of the wall gives out.
Stony puts on the mask.
Puts on the mask. It's just like a wooden mask that just slides over the face. And when you do that, it shrinks down to your size.
Fancy.
And then Niv Mizzet pops his head through the wall.
I found it.
I see that. How's everyone feeling?
He's alive again.
I hate myself.
Yeah. Need some. Go.
He shakes a bottle of wine like, I have a feeling you're all going to need this.
Dovan takes it and drinks it before anyone else can have any.
That's true.
I was becoming alcoholic. Thank you very much.
Says, there's supposed to be 5 of you. Why is there only 4?
I don't know.
There's supposed to be another female when this happens. Where is she?
Where's who?
Hmm.
No one else was at Kapal's place.
Well, I guess this is the group that leaves then. Come with me. I'm sure you have many questions, but I cannot answer most of them. Spoilers and all.
What?
Stony narrows his eyes underneath the mask. Are you a time traveler?
Of course not. Time travel is impossible. Much like multi-interdimensional travel.
But what about literally the entire school of Thoonderwave?
We're going to ignore that. Follow me. It says, by the way, Stoney, I would never lower myself to being a chronomancer. That's just unkind to the laws of nature, even by magic standards. But if it were possible...
According to one Arthur B. Expert, it's the most powerful of magic.
Yeah. But if it were possible, and we're being hypothetical now, I would not mind if someone else used it to get back to their own time period.
Is that a hint that you want me to do that thing?
Of course not. I can never say such a thing. And then he takes you into the laboratory of, I forgot his name.
Gadriel.
Gadriel. And he leans over. He says, I need that mask. It belongs with me now. Takes it. He breaks off a chip of the paint. Not barely incomprehensible. And drips it onto a little plate. Says, all of you stand in here now. Are you sure there's no one else that you were supposed to bring back with you? No one at all.
Dovan, your wife!
Shit, Nova's wife.
I think we're good. I think we're good.
I forgot about her. Really happened.
Like reaction.
Yeah, I forgot about her too. Yeah.
I was gonna let it go.
I knew, and I just wasn't saying it because I did not want her to come back.
So, Dovan, yeah, you
Billy
probably
was
have
trying to be a bro. Billy was trying to be a bro.
but yet, Dovan, you probably do have a little bit of mixed feelings because
That
in
is
Ravnica,
true.
you had a very happy, loving life with her.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Ovia, it was this all of a sudden, oh shit, what did I do?
Yeah.
Go and get your way.
So,
Let's
I
go
will
get
leave-
Olga.
You want to get Olga?
Yeah.
It's
You
very
know, she
important.
buried my kids. Should I take my kids too?
Yes. Yes,
She
you
hasn't, she hasn't gave birth to any children. This would be your first one that she is pregnant with.
All right.
So do you say that out loud? Because the rest of the group does not know about the child.
Oh, no. Not the child. Just go get Olga.
Okay. So Nibmaz picks up that piece of paint flake. Says, "Okay, I will send you all back when you return."
Okay, now where the hell am I?
So you guys are able to orient yourself. You go back. You guys see Olga. You took the mask with you, and you tap Olga with the mask as well, and she remembers both things. She starts crying because life is weird.
Tell me about
Yeah.
it. We'll drink when we get home.
Just to expedite all this, she's like, "I can't. I'm pregnant." You guys see her swollen belly that Dovan probably did not tell you about.
pulls out the disc, throws it on the ground.
You guys make your way back. Once again, he takes that paint fleck, puts it on that tray. You guys all stand inside this thing. He says, "I don't know how this will react to the pregnant woman because the child is technically from this time, but the parents are from that. This will be interesting."
Very. Stoney's just thinking about the prophecy he was told.
In the name of the Is It League, goodbye. It
Peace.
pulls a lever. A door drops. It says, "Stoney, it was a pleasure meeting you."
Pleasure working with
And then it looks like he's going to say more as all of a sudden you guys are surrounded with arcane electricity. And then you hear in your head, "Oh shit, Stoney, I'm sorry. The coordinates are wrong. You're going to end up..." And then it's gone. And that's where we're going to call it this week.
Cool. Oh
Yeah.
god, I just realized what's a possibility.
Okay, so
Does the mask going to work? That's going to work on everyone.
Now we get depressed, Now we get depressed, Millie.
Oh, no. Wait, Millie was kind of happy, wasn't she?
before we say anything else, guys, this has been fun. I'm so glad we're back. This has been Cursed on Dice session 24, titled Thoonderwave. Lots of exciting, amazing stuff. Tell your friends about it because shit's gonna get even more crazy here in a little bit.
Have we burned Ravnica and Barovia to the ground?
As always, don't forget to check out Connor's channel, Versatile Diecaster. Connor also just released PDFs on Gigantica,
Yes.
right? Yes. Which is another continent on in Mythos, which is where it takes place. Actually, I let Connor talk about it. If Connor
So
wishes to talk.
Gigantus is a separate continent in the world of Mythos from Draconica. The first supplement that I put out and is currently in playtesting. The PDF and Google Doc for it is up in the Versatile Diecaster playtest group, and you can get a link to that group and the Google Doc in the Absolute Tabletop Facebook group, which I'm sure is in the description by now. Gigantus is the land of giants, and as such, it has a lot of infrastructure and things that revolve around said giants. They go off of a strict meritocracy, and even the lowliest human can get high ranked if they prove themselves enough.
And like Connor said, at some point, I should be able to do it pretty soon. I've been super busy lately. I might do it tonight, but I might just go to bed because I need to because I work very soon. At like 5 a.m. So that's fun. But I will say this much. At some point, you will be able to find the links to Connor's playtest group, the Absolute Tabletop Official RPG group on Facebook, which you should definitely check out if you want to meet awesome people like these peoples.
It's going to be the main place I put my playtest interest posts.
That too. Also, lots of cool conversations have been going on there lately. It's been super active the last couple weeks.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing.
Also, the people that originally did Absolute Tabletop just did another session of Provokers, which if you haven't seen that yet, it's pretty cool. I had a lot of fun watching that live for the first time. I'm just rambling at this point, so I'm going to say see you guys as soon as we can. We might not be here next week because important things are happening. But in 2 weeks, no matter who or who cannot make it, as long as 2 players can make it 2 weeks from today, we will be playing another session. So, to my players, be there or be square. But you get it because you're in square because it's... Anyway. Bye, everybody.